Hi, it's so great to connect with you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes, my name's Liz London. I'm the founder of Art for Your Cause, and you are the winner of the BIPOC art contest.
Thank you.
And
I want to say that I'm honored to be recognized by your organization.
well, of course, it's a very striking piece, and I want to talk to you about it, and I want to talk about your career and how you got started in art. So, if you can start by just telling me where you live and what your background is in art and what you love to do and what you want to do, and just fill us all in.
Right. So it's
That's not a lot to ask, huh? Do we have the next 20 hours?
yeah. So I finished the art high school in Serbia. Then after
Oh,
that,
wow.
yes, my I actually got my first exhibition at the age of 13, if I'm not
In
mistaken.
Serbia or here?
It was in Serbia.
That's wonderful. Wow.
Yes, I'm born and raised in Serbia, and I moved to United States when I was 23. After the high school, I enrolled to college for applied painting, where I graduated. Then I enrolled to a master's that I still didn't finish, hopefully this year. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I always enjoyed painting. I enjoyed the process at the beginning, like all the challenges and all the freedom and possibilities that you have
Mhm.
working in art. But I was never satisfied enough to share with the world. I was
Yeah.
kind of selfish, and I never thought it's like good enough to share with
Mhm.
others.
Well, now
So
you know that's not true, right?
yeah, now I do enjoy even more sharing it and
Mhm.
other points of view, and it gives me inspiration to do more.
Mhm. Mhm. So, how did you hear about the contest?
Actually, I saw it on Instagram.
Okay, an ad probably. Mhm.
Yeah, probably it was an ad through the Art for Your Cause.
Mhm.
So yeah, connect to the series that I'm doing at the moment.
And what series is that?
Um, right now, it's more about the tribes and those communities of people, but
Mhm.
more the actual message is that
Mhm.
for people to connect.
Exactly. And we are all connected. We just may be ignorant and not realize it sometimes and think, oh, they're different than us, or this is because I think that's what the ego does. It tries to keep us separate. But yeah, I agree. So tell me a story about your favorite piece and maybe affiliated with the tribe.
My favorite piece from another artist,
No, from your favorite piece that you've
my
done.
uh,
That connects with a tribe or a story that you'd like to tell.
I
I'm putting
mean,
you on the spot. I'm sorry.
it's like each piece for me has like some connection. You know,
Mhm.
I said in the beginning, I do enjoy the process. It's
Yes.
you have those, like, you start with one idea and then you go through the process and then you read more about it, or you hear different stories and then it goes totally around and you come
Yeah.
back, certain
Uh,
points that you don't know what you're doing.
yeah.
And but what I enjoy, my favorite, I cannot say favorite, but the tribe that kind of resonates with me the most, it's like the Suri people, the African tribe. It's
Mhm.
like very, I love colors, and that's what
Mhm.
inspires me the most. It's like the colors have such a power to change the moods, and even
Mhm.
some are using for survivals, but it's like the story people are very colorful, and they have such unique uh, fashion that they invented using just the mother nature.
That's beautiful.
Right. It's like they're using the rocks, crushed rocks, to paint their bodies, or the branches and fruits, for their heads. And it's such a inspiration, especially nowadays, that we have certain model of beauty,
right,
that designs kind of, especially I consider myself as young, but it's like especially the younger generation to come with filters and things, like giving one certain code of beauty that they follow, and it's like really raising such anxiety and depression.
right. Yeah, exactly.
That's why the Surrey people, it's kind of an example that's like, it's not one model of beauty for them. They created, like, from their surroundings, their such own code of beauty, and showing others that they're like kind of very close even to the fashion. They're not such far away from what we can see in fashion today.
Right. And that kind of brings up an interesting thought for me is, I think the beauty is in the process, like the process of creating these things out of the earth. That's the beauty. It's not what we appear to see. I mean, what we appear to see is beauty too, but we need to pay more attention to the beauty of how they extract these, their ritual, what they do to bring these things into fruition, like your painting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because that's the fun part, is making it. Putting on the makeup, it's the dressing up. It's not the wearing. Yes. Mm-hmm.
We all do have our own rituals, and I know that some people are, when you talk about the tribes, consider them as primitive, or it's like or judgmental about the rituals that they have. But we all do have rituals. We just accept them, and we don't see it, that it become a routine and something that we do every day, and it's familiar to us.
Exactly.
So, and then something that they do, it's familiar to them, and then they don't see that. I think that people should stop being judgmental and be more
and learn from each other. I mean, we're from different backgrounds, and I'm learning from you as I have this conversation. And I'm an artist, but you're an artist, but we have something, we can find something in common with something or someone. And I think that is what we need to do. We need to, instead of looking at differences, we need to find the commonality. So,
or the differences, we can all disagree, and that's the beauty too.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think that we can learn a lot from those communities of people that's very connected and unique, just being themselves.
Exactly. So tell me about the piece behind you.
The
mother and child, that's the one that won the first place.
Yes.
So tell me how that evolved. What was the feeling? What did you have a photo, or did you just think?
Yes, I did come across a photographer. I'm not sure what his name is, but all that connection, that's from the Surrey people.
I knew that. Yeah.
They're known for the lip
augmentation,
right? But and that's what they consider as a beauty. It started for a certain reason, a kind of ugly one, but then involved in it, and it's a choice for them. So this certain one does not wear the lip plate, but the connection with the mother and the child, and how the Surrey people are like a man in a tribe. They have rights to attend a certain meetings, deciding like politicians.
Right. Yeah.
But actually, the woman does have more power than a man. Men's are more the
That is awesome. Now I like their setup. That's great.
yeah. So they have an ideas they present to their husbands, but they're the ones attending the meeting and from that point deciding what's right to do.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
so I love your use of colors of blue. So is there a reason for that?
there is not a certain reason that I use blue for the color of the skin. But I wanted to show that scarves that they're having on their bodies as well.
Yeah.
The sign of their own beauty.
Yeah.
And also the jewelry they're making, it's kind of amazing that they're wearing on the top of the head and not around the neck. So
it's
and
fascinating.
Specifically, I started with mothers and childs, those connection. That's like a certain connection. Like my mother lives in the other country, and then my tribe there too. So there is certain personal connection as well with. And but then I involved like reading more about them and learning. Then I start with Papua New Guinea, that they have like a mudman and wigman, and have Turkana tribe. Well, their ritual of becoming a man.
You just really fit in with this contest because you embrace all these cultures and are painting them, and that's just so amazing to me.
Yeah, I was at first skeptical without it's like entering the contest in general.
Yeah.
It's always has some background or on something, and I was never. And I read about like Black Lives Matter. That was like certain political thing, and I never were involved in a politic in general. I'm not anti-politic, but I'm not in those kind of stuff. So I was skeptical entering the contest, but then when I read about it, it's kind of really fit with what I'm doing at the moment. So give it a shot.
Tell me where do you live right now?
In Miami.
What's the art market like there?
I had a huge break for a couple of years that I didn't paint. So I was going back to shape. I had the exhibition. It's amazing during the Art Basel.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Event. But again, with Art Basel, I had the solo exhibition 2 years ago in Art Basel.
Wow.
But it's hard. It's like a lot of amazing artists and those are everywhere. It's kind of hard to get attention,
Yeah.
Well, but there is upcoming areas like Wimwood that's totally art with a lot of galleries and designers. And now they're moving to a little Haiti area.
Yeah.
Because the Wimwood starts being more attraction for the commercialized, let's say.
Yeah. Right. It's not so funky anymore. It's not art. It's more. Yeah. It's more trendy, and it's more. Yeah.
Yeah. So
artists like to be in their own place. So,
So, but it's amazing. Actually, there is a lot of art communities in.
Have you lived there a long time?
No, 4 years.
Okay.
If that's a long period.
Well, I guess it's relative, right? I mean, it could be, Did you move from Serbia directly to Miami?
No, I lived in Massachusetts, then I moved to New York, and then I moved to Miami.
Wow. Yeah, so you've got the whole East Coast kind of vibe going on. Yeah.
They're totally different.
Exactly.
Like the other continent,
I know. Massachusetts is like living in Europe, in a way.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's so much history there. Miami is kind of the nouveau land, I think. I lived in Orlando, which is not anything like Miami. Even different cities in Miami, in the United States, are totally different.
That's
So
true.
tell me about what you've got coming up for your art projects, or do you have any shows coming up or anything we need to be on the lookout for?
I'm planning of finishing my master's, as I told you, probably in August. So I'm concentrate. So that's gonna be the tribal, and I'm writing it down, all the thoughts. So hopefully at the end of the year, I'm gonna have the exhibition. Not sure.
Well, I want to invite you to become an artist on Art for Your Cause.
That would be amazing.
Oh, your nonprofit. Tell me about the nonprofit.
Nonprofit. I came across also on Instagram at the first when I was researching the tribal lives, and then I love that they're giving a platform for people to speak up. You know, it's like I did not have opportunity. Hopefully, I would one day to go and see them and meet them in person.
Yeah.
Such a great thing that you can. It's different. I mean, I think the art has power to connect with people on a different level. That's more personal. But also, if you give the voice for somebody to speak up for themselves, it's also different level of community than you just read about it, because sometimes that's what I felt at first time when I came across. It's like something that may not exist anymore, a kind of thing. So it's I think it's such an awesome thing that they have a platform and you can see they're real people.
Yeah, and not just somebody putting up a website and just it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's so cool.
And I want to ask you, where do you live?
I live in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, you're in Texas. Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And that's where our company's based out of. So I started at Art for Your Cause about 2 years ago, but it's taken all this time to get the website developed and get everything going. And so we're just reaching out to artists to try to engage them, find out about them, and help them, assist them. So
it's awesome to have a platform that you can engage with. Like, I moved from Europe, that's totally art. I mean, it's not just art, the whole system of exhibiting and showing. It's totally different than here.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Yes. And it's changed a lot over the years. I've been an artist for about 20 something years, and it's a lot different. I mean, when we started, you had to have everything on slides and mail them in and wait 2 months to get accepted, or go in and try to knock on a gallery owner door and try to bug them to say, can you look at my portfolio, which was photographs, terrible. Usually they're not very good photographs, not like digital like they are now. And, here's my portfolio, and it's really a lot better now, but I want to make sure the artists are getting paid well. And so we're a nonprofit, so we don't take as much money out like a regular gallery does. Although it's all online and not in person, we are going to start having some events. So stay tuned.
That's on. I mean, everything came online, but what I said are, in front of you. It's totally different emotional process than on a computer.
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of people don't want to buy art online, but that's why we have products. We have T-shirts, and people can put their art on whatever, And people are used to buying prints and things online, but I think original art is still but we do allow artists to auction off pieces too, so for a cause or for themselves. It's so good to talk to you and meet you.
Nice to meet you too.